Hello there guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines offline mode with me, Siege. So for today we are going to look at the continuation of the expansion of the city towards the planned downtown, which is going to be marked by both the construction of the City Aquarium and the first of the city's leisure district. Aside from that, we are also going to beautify Puerto de Nara's Riverfront Avenue by a bit. But before that, let us first expand our office, business, and residential zones. These areas were later on accommodated to new districts, which may need your suggestion for a name. So if you have something in your mind there, why not put them in the comment section down below and I might consider taking those. Anyway, as you can see, this expansion which we started last episode continues to make the area one of the densest in the city. And as we discussed this is really a part of the plan to forego some design for utility and population, since the city will need those in unlocking further assets in the future. But there's been some second thoughts in the design in this area, since the case was that I wasn't quite sure with the road layout, especially considering that the leisure district can attract a lot of traffic, particularly heavy industrial one, and this really did become a concern. But thankfully, as you would see later, a solution was done to stop making the area a haven of traffic. After filling up this district with restaurants, bars, and gaming arcades, let's proceed into building the City Aquarium. But now you'd see me actually sifting through some buildings first, and that's because the aquarium wasn't really set on my mind yet, and I was just aimlessly searching for something that I think would look good in the area. But I realized that one, I shouldn't put some big buildings there yet, since I was saving them for the downtown core. Hence, I arrived into the aquarium, which just gave me the right vibes. And there we have it. What a great way to plan your city indeed. But anyhow, after a few more tries, I was finally able to decide on how to design this area. There's not much planning that has gone through this compared to other areas, since this was just another spark that popped off during the build. But for me, it did look pretty enough. The end result did look good enough, and just like what I imagined. And I hope that it does also look good for you. And something that I also hope look good for you is the current UI and the edges that you see right now in the game, as during this time, I was finally able to figure out what was wrong with my recording settings back then. If you noticed, for the past few episodes, the UI wasn't really complete and they were cut, and that really affects the quality of the video. But starting from now, I hope that this is the start of the improvement for our visuals, and that we will finally be able to reach the last part of the pre-recorded video so that we can proceed to see the city in a much better resolution. Anyways, I decided to put up a small plaza within the aquarium complex to provide space for other recreation after the aquarium visit. Aside from that, I was also thinking about this place being used for food breaks after your aquarium visits, and we're going to get back here in the future episodes so that we can put up those small details such as stalls and benches so that we can represent this function properly. And another part of this large public complex is this small riverfront, which tourists and visitors alike can take a look at, especially after they are done with their aquarium visit. But I'm going to save you some time right now by skipping over my failure, and failures in my attempt to terraform the area. So let's go! So here we are, finally done with terraforming, which has really been a pain in the ass. If I would have shown you every bit of those, it would have just taken too long in this vid. But anyways, I think this is the first time that I am reducing the build speed to normal, and I'm just kind of experimenting with this one. The audio, as you notice, still includes the game's background music, so I apologize for that one. I haven't really been able to correct some settings yet. But I've been trying to place the small pathways out here, yet it has been a struggle. So I've been trying to do some different methods that I've been using since the start of the series to at least help me in handling this kind of a situation. Hence, you see me building these pathway bridges, which helps me place and orient the pathways accordingly. I know that it may look stupid or not that good or so inefficient, but if it's stupid but it works, it ain't stupid. And that's the motto for me right now. though finishing the connection to each side is still considerably hard. As you can see, it's another one of those I miss mods moment for me, because it just provides a lot of help and comfort. But anyway, I realized around this time that it's really hard to orient it properly with how I first set it up. And I realized too that there's also some elevation differences despite the terraforming done out here, so I decided B and I created a new and different walkway. Anyways, after spending eternity in constructing a simple pathway, we're also heading out to create the observation spot in this area, similar to those installed in the lower riverfront park up north of the city, making this place look like kind of its twin, albeit it's a lot smaller than that. But then again, constructing it is again troubling me, irritating me, and I just had to resort to the similar method used last time, where I just temporarily extended the bridge before then again connecting it to the pathway. Lastly, for this small observation park within the aquarium complex, we're adding in some greenery, some trees around it to make the area feel at least a degree closer to nature, placing in an assortment of trees ranging from bamboo to palm trees. All in all, despite the amount of time and dead brain cells that I took for this very small spot in the city, I'd say that it looked well enough, and when I look back to it, I feel it's one of the spots that I highly appreciate even more as time goes on. And that's not the only beautification that we've done in the area. After putting up quays by the riverfront avenue, which again is quite troublesome, we're also placing some palm trees to give the area some shade, some green, and a tropical vibe too. After getting the job done at the area by finishing the aquarium complex and beautifying the riverfront avenue, we come back to some of the areas in the district that has not yet been zoned, and we're also placing in important utilities, particularly the fire, police, and medical clinic to provide for this district. After that, as I've said earlier, the leisure district has triggered a sort of a Carmageddon where a lot of industrial cars are trying to get out of the district. And so, solution was that we make a one-way streets out here, as well as relocate and put up new U-turn slots. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry for uploading a day late. I've just been busy recently, and the intermittent brownout in the typhoon didn't help too. But if you like this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribe for more upcoming content. Thank you.